guys, Absolute Duelist here coming at you with round 3 of the locals where everybody's playing real decks, but I chose to troll with Red Purple Kid. And in today's match we are up against Smoker. My worst matchup because it just removes all my stuff and I'm just sitting there like damn, I can't get to life, and it's just an awful time for me. But hey, we are going into round 3 here guys, and we both choose to power shuffle's decks because, well, for some reason my opponent, who I end up playing every single week, I might add pretty much, is always able to just somehow get 4 Kuzan in his hand. And I know he doesn't stack or anything because we're friends, we test all the time, but I was just like, you know what, nah, you power shuffled my decks, my Dofi deck, I'm not dealing with that. You get power shuffled on your deck, so we're gonna see how you like it, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and see how this is. He is going to mulligan. I'm not too sure who won the dice roll there, but I did choose to keep my hand. It seems that I got a pretty good one. Seeing looks like the 7-drop Kid, 9-drop Newgate, stuff like that. The one of at this current time until the new ban list, actually, when it goes back to 4. And he goes ahead and gets his cards, and I did win the dice roll, so he's going first. We go ahead and drop a Black Maria and pass turn. He goes ahead and gets free Don there, and what is he going to do? So it looks like he might go ahead and put the Don onto his leader and just swing. He does go ahead and swing 6 into my life, plays a Branu. Always has the Branu as well, reveals a Meteor Fist and a Suyu, chooses to take the Meteor Fist. We go ahead and get 2 Don, put 1 onto the Kid so he can swing 5 into life, and he does choose to counter that. Then we play the Heat and pass turn. Okay, so we're going ahead and establishing a board here. He goes ahead and swings 5 into my life. We do just go ahead and take it, and he plays a Sabo here to go ahead and get that board presence with blockers on board, while also, you know, fixing his hand up a bit, making sure his hand is the way that he wants it. And it looks like he trashed a Sakazuki and a Borsellino. Very good for us. So let's see how our turn's going to go now. It looks like we're going to go ahead and play a Miss All Sunday here. And it looks like I'm debating if I want to swing with the Kid. So we do swing with the Kid, but we choose to Negadon going in for 7, and then go in for another 7 into lead. Okay, so we did manage to take 2 life that turn, which is actually pretty good, but it fills up the Smoker player's hand a bit, giving him stuff to trash for like Kobe and Sakazuki players. So let's see how he's going to go ahead and play this turn. He's going to go ahead and swing 6 into my life, which I do choose to take here. Not too bad. And what else is he going to do? Is he possibly going to... Oh, he's going to swing with the Sabo as well. Okay. We do choose to counter that one though. And then he drops the Sakazuki, going ahead and removing our Heat. So he gets rid of that 7k swing, but does discard the Magma Fist. Or actually, it's not Magma Fist. It's a Great Eruption, I think it is. But it's our turn now. What are we going to do? We have a lot of cards in hand, and we are on 8 Don. So what is our play of choice here? Like, we've got the Missile Sunday on board. We could try to be a bit aggressive here. Maybe swing somewhat big with the Missile Sunday and the Kid to try and get some damage in here. But that would leave him with the blocker, which is a little unfortunate on our end. So it looks like I'm going to go ahead and swing 8 into the Sabo here. Trying to get him to use cards in hand. Trying to remove that. Will it work, though? Let's find out. Looks like he's just thinking if he wants to. And he does choose to counter out of that. Okay. And then what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to just go ahead and put maybe everything onto the Kid? Or are we going to go ahead and try to play something? It looks like I'm going to put everything onto the Kid and remove that Sabo off the board. We do not want him having that blocker. We just want it gone. We want it dealt with. Okay. So what's Smoker going to do now? Like, he's got 9 Don. He has the ability to swing into my Missile Sundays, try and get rid of that. Like, what's the best play? He's going to swing 5. Probably into the Your Sunday, and we do choose to counter with the Queen. Okay. Then he swings 7, probably into the Missile Sunday again. Do we choose to let it die, or is it into life? We are just going to block this one, okay. And then he swings 7 one more time, and I choose to counter out of this. And then he plays the Garp, which he doesn't choose to use to try and remove the Missile Sunday. Because he does have the Smoker ability still, so that's actually kind of interesting. Okay, maybe he just wants to keep his hand size there, because he does only have 4 cards left, but we choose to swing into the Branu, play the 9-Beard, and then swing 10 into the Sakazuki. Will he protect the Sakazuki, though? He does protect the Sakazuki, countering with 2 Dashigi. Alright, so he's gone ahead and protected that, keeping it alive. which actually does put me in a bit of a painful position now because, yes, my leader is currently 7k, but it's going to make life harder. But he goes ahead and drops a 10-drop Kuzan, meaning he could have actually removed the 9 bid there with the Garb. I find it interesting that he didn't do that. Because, like, it means that I would be down a card, which would put me in a bad position. And he's on 3 life, so it's not great for me right now. So let's see what's going to happen. Like, we've got a lot of cards in hand, but a lot of them I don't think have counter. I think there's like multiple Luffys in 7-drop kids. But we're going to swing 10 into life. Going to drop the 7-drop kid. Going ahead and boosting our leader. And then it looks like we're going to go ahead and swing a 10 into life. No, that's an 11 into life. No. Yeah, that's an 11 into life, which he did choose to take. But we've got 2 life left now. He's got the ability to swing with a lot of different characters. Like, he's got 4 swings this turn. So he swings 7 into life. I choose to counter out that. He swings 10. We do choose to take that. He goes ahead and drops another 10 drop. Swings into the kit. Oh, and he removes the white bit as well. Putting me on 1 life. And him on 1 life as well. So it looks like we're just going to think for a minute now and see what the best option is. Because we need to somehow get around his hand. Because he has, what, 3 cards in hand. For us to win here, we need to play something like Rush Luffy, be able to hit with a 7k swing, and also guarantee that he doesn't have enough counter in hand. Like, we are in a tough situation, especially when it's 2 10-drop Kuzans on the board with the Garp. Like, honestly, if we don't go for game now, this is definitely going to be the last turn. So we go ahead and drop this 10-drop Luffy. He does go ahead and counters it. We swing 11, probably just into life. Maybe into the Garp or the Sakazuki. Like, probably the Garp, right? Because the Sakazuki can just remove... Well, he can just use the Garp to remove the Luffy very easily. And we kill the Sakazuki, not hitting the Garp. That's probably a bit of a misplay on my part, but I don't think we survived this turn anyway, which is kind of unfortunate. So he goes ahead and swings a 8 into life. We do take it. Then he swings 11 into life, which we go ahead and drop. All that counter, but not enough to survive, and that is GG. So, yeah, that's the game against Smoker, guys. Honestly, Smoker is the hardest matchup for this deck, because just removing my stuff constantly puts me in such a hard position. Like, they're getting bodies while doing it, and it's just so annoying. Like, I went to another locals with the deck on the weekend as well, and it was just unplayable. Like, I got the Smoker opponent, I lost the game. It was very hard, and he drops like 3 10-drop Kuzans as well. It was crazy. But guys, I hope you did enjoy that game. Hopefully you did, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist signing out. Red Purple Kid, though, it's pretty cool to play. Later.